Good morning, Rose Red Homestead and Trail Grazers. This is another video that will go on both channels because it is about solar. And since we are doing solar on both channels, I have now duplicated all of our solar equipment that was listed on our Amazon store over in Rose Red, also over to Trail Grazers. So you can go to either of our Amazon stores and see all of the equipment that we have for solar. When we were at our most disastrous tent camping experience a month ago, we knew that we were going to be pulling our Bluetti across the campground over to the tent and out and about. And since it is heavy, we wanted a cart. And so I went on Amazon and ordered a cart. And so when that cart was visible on one of the camp videos, several people said, and I mentioned in the video that we were going to be doing a video on carts, and this is that video. It was precipitated by the need to move the Bluetti. The Bluetti is about 67 pounds, and so a lot of people can just heft that easily. Neither Jim nor I can. So I want to talk about a couple of things. As it turns out, with this need for a cart has been very serendipitous for us. Jim and I, of course, are aging. We are in our late 70s, and we are trying to adjust to that with the most amount of grace possible. But he and I are both firstborn, which means we are both leaders, and we know how to get things done, and sometimes we have difficulty with whose way is going to be the way that we pursue. We're both very independent. And one of the things that has happened to us is that we have a tendency to keep doing things the way we've always done things. Well, about 5 years ago, I've been a beekeeper for about 40 years, and Jim for about the 8 years here that we had our bees here. And those honey boxes, those supers full of honey, are about 80 pounds. And I used to heft those around with great ease. And Jim has had a shoulder replacement. He can't do it. I can't do it anymore. So about 5 years ago, we did give our hives to our kids. So that's one example of realizing that we simply can't do the things that we once did. And yes, it's disconcerting, and yes, aging is hard, but we're ignoring that part. We're going to do it with great flair and keep active just as long as we can. We stay active. We have bikes. Well, they're e-bikes, which we love. We ride those all the time. We go camping. We do things that require expenditure of energy, which helps keeps us in shape. And I'm working toward a greater level of fitness personally. So we just keep doing things the way we always have. When we get ready for a trip, Jim loads the truck, I fix the food, and loading the truck is a major ordeal. There's a lot of things, and some of them are heavy, that he has to tote out there and then lift up over the edge of the truck or lift it up in the bed. And so I ordered this cart for us to take camping to carry the Bluetti. This is the cart that I ordered. It is called a Space Keeper. I really liked it for a couple of features that it has. It has this handle that folds up. It's very compact, and so you can store it away very easily, although we keep our Bluetti on this around the clock. And unless we are going to be going someplace where we're going to pull it across gravel or sand or something else, in which case we bought a second cart that I'm also going to show you. This one has a pull-up handle just like your luggage. And the wheels on it, these wheels are about 2-inch diameter wheels, and they're very maneuverable. They swivel every which direction, making it so easy for us to move the Bluetti anywhere we want to and to back it in if we need to in a tight space. It also has this feature that it extends the bed. And so it extends the bed out to 23 inches. When it's not extended, it is 17 inches. And for the Bluetti, we keep it about right here. So the Bluetti just fits right exactly on it. It came with a couple of bungee cords that we wrap around and tighten down. And so this works beautifully when there is a solid surface like blacktop. It works well on grass. It was a disaster when we took it to camp. Our camp was sand, very sandy, and it just bogged down. It was easier to lift it and carry it across the sand than to try to drag it. Now, when we were stationary with it, we put the Bluetti on the top to keep it off the sand, so it kept it up higher. But in terms of moving it around, it didn't work too well. So then I went back to Amazon and found another cart. And it was love at first sight. I thought, boy, if this really does what it looks like it will do, I am sold. And so here is that other cart. So take a look at this. It is called the Mighty Max. Now, this is not good for in the house. It's big, it's bulky. These wheels are, this is a strip. Can you see the wheels okay?
Yeah.
This is rubber, probably a flat strip of rubber, a wide strip. These wheels are about, I think, let me just take a quick measure here. The wheels are 4-inch wheels across, and they're 8 inches in diameter. The bed itself is 31 inches. So this is bigger than we needed in terms of the bed for the Bluetti, but I'll tell you, this cart is amazing. We were able to put the Bluetti on and move it anywhere we wanted to, but not in the house. It does not work well at all in the house. And so these are the two carts that we have, and they both have excellent uses for us. Now, one of the things that we discovered after we got these carts was Jim and I have made a deal with each other. We, I'm a little bit hard of hearing, and Jim has a leg that sometimes goes out on him, that we're just going to love and support each other regardless of the things that may happen to us as we age. And so in supporting each other, what we have realized over the past few weeks, largely because of these carts, is that we need to change our attitude about thinking that we can still do everything that we've always done the way we've done it. Instead, we are going to ask each other for help. Seems like such a simple thing, but for two independent firstborns, it wasn't as easy for us as perhaps it might be for you. But this last time that we loaded everything and got ready to go up to Bryce Canyon for our last of the season camp out with our trailer, we're having the trailer winterized this week, so there won't be any more trailer camping for us. We're getting a possible snowstorm tomorrow. In any case, we have realized that these carts will do a whole lot more for us than carry our Bluetti. When Jim got ready to unload the truck after Bryce, we had the carts out there. I helped him. We put things on the carts instead of carrying them across the yard, and it was an incredible energy savings for us. And so we are learning more and more ways how to use these carts for more than just the Bluetti, and they have been a real time saver, and most importantly, they've been an energy saver for us. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to show you these carts in action. Now, this one holds up to 250 pounds. So I looked all over the place for something that was close to that, and I did find something. So we're going to test the Bluetti coming out our back door on the little cart and on this cart. The little cart came with these bungee cords. There are 2 of them. And Big Max, no, Mighty Max. Mighty Max came with these bungee cord. These I love. There are 2 of them. These are wide straps, and they hold the Bluetti down beautifully. So you'll see those. I'm going to use both carts to come out the back door with the Bluetti and pull it across the yard so you can see how it works. And then that item I found that it wasn't 250. It was just over 150, but we'll come out the door with that item as well. And we'll show you those right now. We are experiencing a change in the weather right now. It's windy out here, so I'm really glad I have our new sound system with the wind shield. And I'm ready to bring the Space Keeper out. We're going to watch to see how the 3 levels of wheels do and if I can pull it across the steps without it high centering. So here goes. I'm having to lift it up quite a bit over the threshold, but it's not too bad. All right, here we go down the step. Good thing I had a hold of it. I'm going to recenter it here. All right, now let's take it down through the dirt. This dirt is not as sandy as when we were at camp, that awful experience we had. So I can pull it across the dirt a little bit. There is quite a bit of force on my arm. I'm feeling every little bump. I have to search for where the dirt is packed down rather than loose. And I'm a little bit nervous having to watch it to be sure it's still bungeed tightly onto the cart. And I could just now check the wheels, and one of the wheels wasn't even moving, it was being dragged. So let's go back. I'm feeling like I need to watch it every single second. And again, it's being dragged. Okay, here we go up the step. Whew, that was a workout. It does great in the house on all of our solid floors. It is the one that we use the Bluetti on when we are just wheeling it from room to room in the house. It does great on carpets. All right, here comes the Mighty Max with its big old flat 8-inch wheels. Let's see how we do. Oh gosh. I don't think I need to hang on, but I'm going to just in case. Well, that was too much of a bang. I'll be more careful next time. Okay, now across the dirt, and I'm going to go right through the middle where the dirt is the loosest to see how it does. Oh my goodness. So much better than the little tiny wheels. I'm feeling very confident. The wheels are turning instead of being dragged. Yeah, this is great. All right, I'm going to turn around and go back. There's not this feeling in the pit of my stomach that something bad is going to happen any second with that other cart. The load is much easier to pull, not as much force on my arm. by far the easier load. I did have to give it a little bit of help with the rear wheels coming up, but just a little bit. Wasn't nearly as energy sapping as the other one. So now for our big load. All right, here we go. Can you tell can you tell what the big load is? Do those boots look familiar? Jim has volunteered to be what he calls the guinea pig. And notice that I've put the sandbag down here to cushion the rear wheels. I will now do that from now on if we take the Bluetti out this door on this cart. So here we go. That's going to be good. I can't get it over the threshold. Oh, thank you. Hey, that was better. Oh my goodness, this is as easy as pie. This reminds me of when we were kids and we used to pull each other in those red wagons. Okay, turning around. This is very easy. Okay, end of ride. Well, that was a fun experience. Jim is such a good heart to humor me when I have these ideas about what we need to do to show in our videos. So that's the story on the carts. We're pleased with both of them. They have very different applications for our lives. Both work well with the Bluetti under certain conditions, and so we will continue to look for ways that we can use those carts to make our lives a little bit easier as well. So thank you so much for being with us. If you have ideas for videos that you would like to see us do, leave a message under the video and let us know, because we are very willing to put together videos that would be what we think of use to a lot of people. So thanks so much, and we will see you with our next video.